What's going on, paisanos? V here. Today I'm going to do my ban list video, in which I go over cards I think should be on the ban list, as well as cards that I think should be off the ban list. Look at Konami's ban list. It says the next ban list will be no sooner than January 21st, 2019. Now we know, look at Konami's history, when January 21st rolls around, most likely we're not going to have a ban list change. We most likely won't have the ban list change up until, I'm going to guess, February 9th. Just grabbing a number out the air. Could be wrong, but I'm probably not. February 9th is probably when I'm going to think is when we're going to be getting our ban list. Maybe, hopefully before then, we'll know about the ban. I think it'll go into effect by February 9th. But I think that'll be roughly around the time frame. With that said, guys, these are my most loved videos and my most hated videos. Everyone loves these videos because it sparks a conversation that desperately needs to be had at the time of ban list season, at the end of ban list season where we are. And then people hate these videos because I might hit one of their cards, and instead of going, hey V, not for nothing, you hit my card, cut the shit. Instead of doing like that, they just go, I disagree. I don't think that card needs to be hit. I think you're an ass, and I hate you. Please, just don't live, ever, just don't. It's the most weirdest thing ever, but I do enjoy doing these videos because I do enjoy having a conversation about the ban list. I enjoy talking about what's the future of the game. We know Salomon Greats is going to be a playable deck. We know the meta's going to shift and it's going to be hitting other decks like Sky Strikers. Burning Abyss potentially has the ability to become a tier 1 deck. Thunder Dragons most likely might not get hit by this ban list. And the other dragon deck, well, we have to see what happens with that. A lot of interesting things happen to the ban list. And one of the other questions I think that's really left open, because everyone's excited about all this stuff changing, is what if something came off this ban list that becomes meta itself? Something we're going to address in this video. First thing first, I always go with my cards that I think are going to be banned. We'll go everything by the ban list, banned, limited, semi-limited, and then fully unlocked. So right out the gate, Instant Fusion needs to be banned. 100%, non-negotiable, this card is busted. Card is currently being used in Thunder Dragons. I believe Goki variants are using this. This card has a history of being used in every single broken deck, and somehow has always missed the ban list. All the way back from Zodiac format, which ran 3 of these, obviously, Konami started banning Instant Fusion, banned Norden. You don't do that, Konami. Ban the problem, not what it brings out. And that's something that's just really weird. It's something that should have been addressed a long time ago. This card needs to be hit in the ban list. It's so degenerate and so broken. This card, if they don't hit this card, I'll be highly shocked. But I do think this card is probably the biggest card on this ban list that needs to be hit. It's insane. Think about it. Thunder Dragons. I'm about to say Sky Strikers, but no. Thunder Dragons, Zodiac, Spirals. Every deck that was to the point where you're like, I think it's beyond tier 1. I think it's like tier 0.5 has used Instant Fusion. It's insane. Hit this card already. Next, Tabalachi Gumbar Dragon. Now before you go, let me explain something for you real quickly. If you guys don't know what Delinquent Duel is, it's a card that states pays on life points, and then you randomly grab a card in your opponent's hand, and the opponent randomly grabs a card out of their hand and sends it to the graveyard. That card is banned, okay? Delinquent Duel, ban. This card is Delinquent Duel on your turn, and if you can special summon a monster on your opponent's turn, oh, look what we got here, boys. Another Delinquent Duel. Double Delinquent Duel, literally in a card, during Link format. Yeah. This card should be banned. It should never even been printed at all. Get rid of this card. Next, Rongo Bongo. Of course we're going to hit Rongo Bongo. You think we're not? This card has to be hit because this card literally locks up the game. It's an old school kind of card, so Konami's not making no new money for it, and it prevents newer decks to play Yugioh. Absolutely going to be a hit target. After that, Fairy Tale Snow. You know, the card that has Book and Moon built into it for decks that can easily abuse it. Decks like Burning Abyss, just throwing it out there. Yeah, no, Fairy Tale Snow is absolutely a broken card, needs to be hit. Book of Moon's to 1, Snow's to 3. You don't really play 3 Snow, but the fact that we have this card that's reusable, as a reusable Book of Moon, yeah, no, pretty broken. Limited. I put these in there as little placeholders. Limited's going to be El Shadow Construct. I think it's time this card come off the ban list. I don't think it's going to do much if it was to come off the ban list. I wish it would. I love this deck. And this goes back to my narrative I made in the previous market watch, in which I stated I think Konami's slowly moving towards, especially here in the States, where we have the old school love TCG, Burning Abyss, Shadows, possibly Tellarknights, Necros, all these love the format, and having this format fight the new format, Strikers, Thunder Dragons, gonna be Salamangreats, all these new stuff versus all the old stuff, and then throw it in one full meta. This can't be done all the time, but I feel like we're moving to the point where it can be done this time. And it's going to be really cool to see, actually. I'm actually really looking forward to that. It's almost like a changing up the guard of the beloved decks, but the changing of the guard has to fight each other. That's what this meta is I feel like we're going to be going into. And if that is the case, Shadow Contract has to come off. I have it here in this list at 1. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes off to 2 or even 3. Up next, Secret Vigil of Spellcasters. Yeah, no, let's be honest. This is a floodgate that decks, like, I don't know, my baby Alta guys over here, they're maining this card because it can lock you out. This is an unfair card. If Konami wants to promote more Yu-Gi-Oh, you kind of got to hit this card due to the fact that this card literally says, if I have a Spellcasters, you can't play spells, have fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh. With the newer decks coming out, not many of them are spellcasters, so I think there's something that has to be done about this card, which obviously needs to be hitting this ban list. Should be banned, but I think Konami will first limit it. Up next, Danglong. I don't have any reason why other than I want this card back. Normally when I do my ban list predictions, my ban list picks, I actually like to go into a real... If I was Konami, not me, the Yu-Gi-Oh player, but if I was Konami, why would I bring this back? Why is this good for the game? How do I make a lot of money, have a balanced ban list, have player satisfaction, and promote new product with this current stuff off the ban list will not affect? I factor all these in. For Denlong, I just want it back. I just, I don't know. I think this card should come back. I think this card would be really cool to see play again. And, yeah, that's it. I literally, every other card I have a reason for. This card, I just want already. I miss my Denlong. Anyone? Miss the Dong? Okay. Up next, Tellarknight Ptolemaeus. This card's currently banned, and to be honest with you, it shouldn't be. I think that with Burning Abyss coming back, Tellarknights need to come back to combat the Burning Abyss. It'd be really cool to think if you think about it. I mean, Tellarknights have Diamond. We're getting Ptolemaeus supposed to come back. That'd be kind of cool. But Tellarknights can't do much unless they have a better Link monster. Currently, they do not. So even with Ptolemaeus coming back, it's not going to be crazy good, but it'll still be pretty good enough for the deck to kind of see some play. I don't think they'll see any kind of competitive meta play. But just for Tellarknight Ptolemaeus to come back, it'll allow Tellarknights to play a little bit more Yu-Gi-Oh. Hopefully we get a Tellarknight Link. That'd be great. Imagine Savage Strike has a Tellarknight. Savage Strike comes out with a Tellarknight Link. Man, just go buy Ptolemaeus because this is coming off the balance. That'd be amazing if Konami did that. Next, Terraforming. I've been saying it forever. Anything that runs field spells runs 2 Terraformings. Obviously. And the reason why this card's broken, well, let's think about it real quickly. You have Upstart Goblin, which is a deck thinner. Can we agree on that? Terraformings is a deck thinner for any deck that runs field spells. Upstart's at 1, Terraforming's at 2. Now, we knew Terraforming was going to be hitting the last ban list, and it did. It went from 3 to 2. I think it's going to continue to be getting hit, and it's going to go to 1. It's just a really good card. After that, guys, Dante traveled to the Burning Abyss. Dante is broken. And if Konami went with this ban list, he'd be that much more broken of a card. Dante has to go to 1. The card is so reusable. It's so recyclable that if this card gets banished, well, let's be honest, your opponent's probably playing cards like DD Crow. So they're planning for this card to get hit. Dante Traveler to Burning Abyss is a really broken card, really easily abused, and can be recycled. It doesn't say, once per turn, so if it goes to graveyard, you add back to your hand, it goes back to graveyard. It's just a reusable card. It makes this card kind of good. No wonder it's so much money. Alright, up next, guys. Chronograph Sorcerer. Now, as much as I love Pendulum Magicians, I think Konami's going to hit Chronograph Sorcerer. I'm not talking about the OCG and how they did it. No, please. I think Konami's going to hit Chronograph Sorcerer because Konami wants to power down Pendulum decks because they're not making money off Pendulums. There's no future plans for Pendulums, and Konami's just done with Pendulums for the most part. They'll release more newer cards in the future, and yeah, we're not done with Pendulum decks. I think Pendulum decks will see future play. But Chronograph Sorcerer and Pendulum Magicians right now, the ability to put multiple negates out is something that Konami doesn't want to happen. It doesn't promote the new product. And if it doesn't promote the new product, why are they going to allow it? I think Pendulums are going to get hit inevitably. I think the hit would be to Chronograph Sorcerer because we saw the other one, Time Gazer, Astrograph. I was so off. Astrograph Sorcerer being hit. I think Chronograph would be the other hit. And for the most part, that would power down Pendulum Magicians. 100%. Trickster Reincarnation should have been hit a long time ago. And anything that says, hey, I'm going to disrupt your opponent's hand, the card, Pretty good. Drone Lockbird, Trickster Connection combo is a really dumb combo. And we need to get rid of this card. And hopefully Konami sees that in this ban and finally limits this card. Super Rejuvenation should go to 1. If you want to promote Guard Dragons, what's the best way to promote Guard Dragons? Besides having Guard Dragons out, having Crystal Need 5 come out in Savage Strike, then allowing Super Rejuvenation back. You can't use it anymore. The reason this card was hit is because of Dragon Rulers. Dragon Rulers are obliterated on the ban list, pun intended. And I think that we should bring Super Rejuvenation back. Obviously not at 3, but once again, Konami, if you want to promote Guard Dragons, the easiest way to do it, if you don't give us Crystal Need Fiber, is give us Super Rejuvenation. I have it on 1 of this ban list. Wouldn't be surprised if I went to 2 or 3. This would help promote the deck, 100%. It's really cool to have as well, and it's ashable. Next, guys, Dandelion. Now, I have it here at 1. The real thing about this is, I'm talking about all plant cards. Because we're getting that new Plant Link monster and Power Duels come this April. Plants are pretty good. In the OCG, plants were dominating the meta for a while. They did have Maxi at 3, and the deck constantly took the Maxi challenge. Majority of the time, it probably lost, but when it won, and the deck was still doing things. Here in the TCG, we don't have Maxi. So seeing Plant Spam, Plant Link, whatever you want to call it, it'd be a viable thing. If Konami doesn't allow us to have Maxi, it's going to be. And I think Dandelion might have something to do with that if it was to come off the ban list. Or any other kind of plant cards that don't allow an FTK. Next, semi-limited. Engage and Widow Anchor. So in this first draft of the ban list, I'm going to put Engage and Widow Anchor to 2. The reason why is because if you want to be Konami, once again, we're Konami here, okay? I'm a Konami executive. Japanese guy, peon girls on the side. Don't worry about it. This is not nothing to do with business. It's just what I do for pleasure. Here's what I want to do. I want to put Sky Strikers to 2 on Widow Anchor and Engage, and the reason is very simple. I still want to sell more Sky Striker stuff to you. I'm having a new Sky Striker monster come out soon. I want to promote the rest of the elements of Sky Strikers. Basically, I'm not done with this deck. I'm juicing you and making money. And if I just hit Terraforming, if there was that was to happen, then I need more leverage to get Sky Striker players to continue playing a deck. With that said, Sky Strikers fully unlocked as they are right now are really broken. They're doing a lot of silly things in the meta, and I just can't have that happen. I can't have them beat my new decks like Salomon Greats and the new Dragon. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have to hit them. But I want them to still play. Just going to take a shot in the stomach real quick. Next, guys, is my other 2 duos, is Warrior Warlords and Goza Match. One person can make a great argument about having these cards limited, and I can't disagree with that argument. The reason why I have them the 2, because I still think they're needed floodgates, just not needed at 3, where the point is, if you flip this card over, you basically lock your opponent out. Once again, you're Konami, you're trying to promote new product. These cards stunt the growth of new product promotion, seeing any kind of meta play. You don't want that. So you're going to either hit Gozen, Rivalry in any kind of way, shape, or form, and I think you make a great argument if you wanted to put these to 1. I think they should go to 2 still to allow Yugioh decks to have that, hey man, you better play some back row hate, because these cards are around the meta, but not to 3 where they currently are, where you just flip them up and your opponent basically gets wiped out. I have another play set over here is Seer and Graph, another duo. Delinquent duo. Okay, Seer and Graph need to come back to 2. Absolutely. If you're Konami and you want to promote the new Burning Abyss Link monster, and you want to promote Burning Abyss in general, bringing them back, well, what's the best way to do it? By bringing Seer and Graph to 2. Allowing Burning Abyss the ability to have more, the ability to float more, isn't something weird. Sky Strikers have that ability right now, and I guarantee you, as Konami promotes newer and newer decks, they're going to have the ability to float. Float's going to be a known thing throughout the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! To the point where old decks that didn't float are just trash. And it kind of is that way now, but as we move forward into the game, I think it'll go more that way. With that said, Burning Abyss is one of the best float decks out there, and putting Graph and Seer to 2 will allow the sales of Cherubini and allow Burning Abyss to see more meta play, in which Konami obviously is moving in that direction. Up next, fully unlocked 3 all day long. Lay it out there, buddies. Dragonfly and Hornet. Now, here's the weird thing about this. Little marker watch real quickly. Hornet price point is $260. Lightning plate's about $250. Don't worry about the heavy plate. Screw that guy. Where is the first edition Nimitz? Or lightning plates? Lightning plates are $4. Nimitz are roughly around $4. Yeah. This comes off the ban list. This card is going to spike. Now, there's a lot of Yugioh players going to be building Inzectors if it wants to come off the ban list fully unlocked, as I have it here, and get really excited and get all bubbly and happy. I'm selling my Hornets. I don't know how many I have, but I have a good amount of Hornets. I've been trading or buying of dollar binds or from collections throughout the years. And I love this deck, but I don't think it's good enough to see any meta play. I really don't. With that said, Inzector should come off the ban list because it's been forever. It's an old deck, and I don't think it's going to do much. I think Konami realized it already in the OCG as they fully unlocked it, as it's done nothing. And here in the TCG, it just wouldn't be surprising to me if Inzectors won't do anything special or just, you know, anything unique, really. Up next, Divine Wind in the Mist Valley. On today's episode of Cards That Why the Hell Were They Banned? Oh, wait a minute, nobody cares. Bring this card back because it's literally useless. Divine Wind in the Mist Valley. That's the name of my episode. Divine Wind in the Mist Valley is one of those cards. It just doesn't do anything. It just doesn't. Why are you selling a damaged one? Even in your mint one doesn't do anything. This card coming back at 3 does almost nothing. Kind of promotes Harpies, which I wish, if I was Konami, I would have let this card go to 3. Just to get Harpie players a little more excited when I had this release set of Harpies, which for the most part was lackluster in my opinion. Beatrice should go to 3. Well, if we're going to hit Dante, let's put Beatrice to 3. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm going to take out your front window, I'm going to at least give you comfortable seats. That's what I feel like with Beatrice and Dante. They cannot be together. They can always be separated. Because they're not, I don't think they're dating in the storyline. Anyway, Beatrice should go to 3 because Dante's at 1. It's that simple. The fact that we have Dante at 3 and Beatrice at 1, in my opinion, is so backwards. It never makes any sense to me when I always think about it. Beatrice, 3. Dante to 1. We okay with this? Great. Little side note, by the way, Beatrice is sitting near $10. I guess everyone kind of realizes that this card can go to 3 as well. TG Hyper Librarian. Put it at 3. No, seriously, why not? Like, literally, this card should go to 3 due to the fact that Konami wants to promote TG, Tech Genius. And why not? Better way to promote Tech Genius by putting Hyper Librarian to 3. Another card is Limited Removal. Doesn't really do much. When it went to 2, didn't do much. Goes to 3, it's not going to do much. Put Limited Removal to 3. Literally. The only thing you do for Limited Removal going to 3 is that give Cyber Dragons a little more false hope. Oh, Konami, you savages. And the last card I have right here, obviously, is Max C. Now, I want Max C to go to at least to 1. I will negotiate on 2. Realistically, if we're being real adamant about this card, it should also be at 3. All the hand traps are fully unlocked, why is Max C not? The meta needs this card to go to 3 to help mediate the meta. We also have other cards to stop Max C. Called by the Grave, Ash Blossom, so it's not like it's running all over the meta. This card needs to come back as soon as possible. 3 Max C, 3 Ash Blossoms should be a standard. I'm not a big fan of hand traps. I actually loathe hand traps. Unless they're real traps, like evenly matched and infinite permanents, I loathe hand traps. But if we're in the meta we're currently in right now, you can't not fight hand traps with no hand traps against a monster hand trap meta. It doesn't work. And until Konami produces enough cards to say hand traps, well, you're going neg. Unless that card's made that actually helps out people who want to play hand traps, they're going to be around for quite a while. With that said, Maxi should come to 3 to mediate this unbalanced meta we have. It'll slow decks down. And if you put Maxi at 3, remember I said about Rongo Bongo? Leave it alone then. Because who cares about Rongo Bongo when I'm chaining Maxi to you? It really kind of works its way through and cancels itself out. So yeah, that card should also be hit. I hate that card. Anyway, guys, that's my ban list I have right now. If you notice, it's a pretty good sized ban list, and this is about the average size of a ban list. If you look at previous ban lists besides the one we just recently had, ban lists are pretty big, and they mediate a lot of cards to put balance on a force. Currently, right now, our meta is kind of balanced. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it a lot. And we're in a healthy meta right now, and it's going to be sad to see it go when it changes. And I'm really worried and concerned, as I am at all ban lists, and anytime the meta changes, every time we get a new set, when we currently have a nice balanced meta, as we do right now, and we're about to change to something different. We could go back to a 1-2 deck meta. I'm not sure you guys remember that, but that's a real thing. We go back to 2 decks on the meta, everything else is a joke. That is a real thing that I don't want to happen. I kind of enjoy this meta a lot right now. I enjoy playing this game a lot right now. And anyone who's complaining, I'm not even joking to you, like, stop. Like, we're not in Zodiac format, guy. We was just in that format. It's absolutely terrible. This is a great format, and I'm hoping Konami realizes this and just keeps everything going smooth sailing in the future. Anyway, guys, that's my hit. I know I missed part of Avarice. Was another card you can put to 1. I agree, you can put that card at 1 as well. I just totally missed it. I just realized right now. Part of Avarice is a definite card that I would consider putting to 1 if I had an extra second to do this balance again. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What would you have on this ban list? What would you have off this ban list? If you had any card you could ban, what would you ban and why is it Exodia? Anyway guys, it's your boy V. Subscribe to my videos. Have a good day, paisanos.